Well, good evening, Facebook friends. How are you this evening? So I'm coming to you from my snuggly living room. It is blowing a hoolie outside here in the northeast of Scotland, and I was going to go upstairs. To be fair, I thought, gosh, you look a bit rough tonight, because I was up at 3 o'clock this morning, could not turn my brain off, and then went back to sleep and put on I listened to a frequency, which if you look on YouTube and you look at frequencies, there's frequencies for relaxation, frequency for healing, all sorts of frequencies, which are lovely plinkety plink music, but they have this like zzz going on in the background, which can really, really help. And so I put on this frequency for 3 hours because I thought, yep, I'm getting up at 5, that'll do me fine. 2 hours in, I'll be absolutely fine. I woke up and I was like, I must be getting used to getting up early again since Lee's been away. I'll lay here, I'll do my Reiki, do my morning gratitude, attitude of gratitude, la 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 la. And now I'm awake. Oh, this is strange. Looked over at my alarm. It was 6:30. Bah! I'm doing a live at 7 o'clock. And I was leapt out of bed in a state of panic. I went to sleep listening to my frequency. I have this lovely wake up alarm that doesn't like throw you out of bed in a state of panic, and I misheard that and thought I was still listening to my frequency and was completely ignoring my alarm for an hour and a half. So, top tip, don't do that. So, do you suffer with insomnia? Isn't it the most frustrating thing ever? Please give me some feedback. Do you suffer from it? Does it bug you? Does it happen to you just occasionally or all the time? I seem to have phases when it happens to me, but it has happened to me more the older I've got. Before children came into my life, and that includes my stepchildren, before I had 2 teenage daughters living under the same roof as me, I used to sleep like a log. I could sleep through anything. But I tell you what, when you're listening out for 2 girls, making sure they're home and accounted for, when you used to be a teenage girl yourself, it takes it to a whole new level. So I could not go to sleep until they were in the house. So that started, 18 years ago. And then when you have your own children, you get used to listening to them. And with the twins, times that by stereo. So, because you're not only listening for them, you're listening for which one of them it is. And so I think as ladies, we like guys, they can just sleep through, can't they? But it's an expectation for us that we are the ones that wake up. We're the ones that the kids shout for. Unless, tell me if it's different in your household. We're the ones, does the dog come to you to be let out, or does the dog come to the man in your life or your partner to be let out? Who does the dog and the family come to in the night if they need something? Generally, it's us, isn't it? So there's no wonder why we get disturbed sleep. But the older you get and your estrogen levels drop, then guess what? It's another wonderful effect. It means that your melatonin levels drop as well, which means you naturally sleep lighter, and you're going to struggle to get to sleep. So the older you get, the less sleep your body is going to need, because your metabolism lowers, your expectation of and what you are. Well, this is the way it used to be. This is the way it used to be. If you go back to maybe not necessarily your mother's, but your grandmother's generation, they went to bed at 8 o'clock and they slept. They had a sedentary life. They had no stress because they'd passed that on to the next generation down. They were quite happy. They just sat there and knitted and listened to grandchildren. They weren't doing a job, bringing up the next brood of children, having done the first lot, but then they've met their second man of their dreams, and on and on and on and on and on. So we've never had so much stress in our lives. Do you agree, Debbie, Leslie, Fiona, Lynette, Elaine? Are you with me on this one? Life for us ladies, Diana, I know you're with me on this one. Life has never been more stressful for us ladies. There's higher expectations. We've got to be, Diana, we know it. We've got to be the breadwinners. You're the one that your boys come to. You're the one that's got to keep the household. You're the one that's got to keep the peace. You're the one that's going to look after grandchildren. You might still have your own children there and you've got to look after grandchildren. So that's just the way of it. So let me give you some tips that I've worked for me. First of all, if I have a crappy night's sleep, excuse my French, I cut myself some slack. And sorry, that's a boy with a BB gun in the front garden. I don't know if you can see said boy through the blinds. Anyway, he's disappeared now. So how do you tell a boy to shh? So he's decided it's a lovely windy night, so he should go out there with his BB gun. Can't explain it, to be fair. So first thing I do is I cut myself some slack, because if you wake up in the night and the first thing you think is, oh my God, I've got a really busy day tomorrow. I've got to go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. You're stuffed, aren't you? The minute you start to think that, it's game over. You are wide awake. And then you start running through what's going to go on the following day. And then you start running through what went on the day before. Am I the only one? Give me thumbs up. Relate to me if you can. And is this the way you feel? Yes, thank you. There's some thumbs up coming. Yes, you can relate to this. You wake up, your brain wakes up, and then that's where the situation. Whereas if you think, instead of going, I've got to go back to sleep, I've got to go back to sleep, even just thinking, it's okay. If I lay here for a bit, you know what? I'm going to cut myself some slack tomorrow. I'm going to make it an easy dinner that I'm going to cook tomorrow night. I'm not going to go to the gym like I planned. I'm not going to try and be Superwoman. I'm going to actually cut myself some slack and be nice to myself. Like, the men in your life would. I'm not a man hater by any means, but they're really good, aren't they? They just go for a sleep in the afternoon. They don't care. So, you know what? Sometimes we just have to embrace that and go, yeah, I've had a crap night's sleep. I might have a crap night's sleep. Tomorrow, I'm going to cut myself some slack. I'm going to get through the day, but I'm not going to do anything more than that. And if I need to, I'm going to tell the kids I'm going to meditate and I'm going to disappear for 20 minutes and have a kip. It's okay to do that, girls. We don't do it, but I don't know why. We should do. So that's the first thing that I do. So that puts you in a relaxed state as opposed to thinking, I've got to get sleep because I've got a really busy day. The other thing is keeping your bed for sleeping. Now we've got in this habit of using our bed for looking at our technology, watching films, watching TV, looking at your phone. The last thing you do before you go to sleep is look at Facebook, Instagram, blah, 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 blah. Just looking at the screen is blue light. And that strikes a chord in your brain that makes it far more difficult for you to fall asleep. You've probably heard people say this before, but not normal people like me telling you it is actually a real thing, that the what's it called, the melatonin reacts to the screen light. There's nothing you can do about it. You're switching your brain on when you want it to switch off. Put your phones to one side, put them away, put them out of the bedroom if you can. Get yourself, if you like me, I'm a freak. I need to know what time it is. Otherwise, I get completely disorientated. Anybody else out there like that? Need to know the time. So I've got myself a clock that I just put my finger on it. It tells me the time, and then I can go back to sleep again. So do that if you can, and keep your phone off on silent and not buzzing and waking you up and anything else. Then the other thing is earplugs. Because the older you get, the lighter you sleep, but not the ones that you get free on the flights. No, the wax ones that you get in Boots, that you have to warm up, squidging your fingers. You've got to make them into a sausage shape, and you've got to hold the lobe forward and ram them right in there. Those are the ones that work. Yep, I worry that if I nap in the afternoon that you won't sleep again at night. Diana, try it. I reckon you might even sleep better at night. Yes. What about the romance? Having earplugs in? I don't know about you, but the man in my life, he can let me know if he wants romance. doesn't need to whisper it in my ear. A lady, you asked me a question, I'm always going to be honest with you. I can't remember the last time he whispered it to me. But anyway, so earplugs, got to be done. But light, any kind of light. For melatonin, you need melatonin to fall asleep and into deep sleep. If you've got any light coming into your room, if you're in a city or anything else, try the eye things, the eye masks. Takes a bit of getting used to go to sleep with them. I know this is making like in Sex and the City where she's there with her eye mask and her earplugs and all the rest of it. But you know what? Do you want a good night's sleep or do you not? Try it. Even if you go for this 4 nights of the week and everybody in your household knows it, go for it. And got a blue screen protector. Oh, Leslie, that's fancy. Oh, really good. I like that. Phone stays downstairs. Fiona, you're a good woman. That'll do nicely. So the next thing is lavender. Do you have lavender by the side of your bed? Lavender oil, I like an organic one. I use it for the kids. The kids say, no, don't come towards me with the sleepy juice. And I put a dot under their pillow because for them, if you've got the organic one and it's straight out of the thing, if it goes on your skin, it can irritate you. So I put it under their pillow. And I put it on, like you would put the Vicks or the Olbers, I put the sleepy juice on them. And it works a treat. And so that, I have to admit, slept really well. Yes, there you go. Eye mask, Diana. I tell you, it's the way ahead. So the lavender oil, really, it works on the reason they use it for racehorses, they use it for dogs, they use it to reduce stress levels. It works, it really does. For those of you at the sweaty stage, have a fan, a big fan, aimed at your bed that you can turn on just your side of the bed, aimed at just your level, even if it's just at your face level, whenever you need it. Him, her on the other side, they can't even feel it, but you can. And you can waft. You know what I'm talking about? And it really does help. Even just knowing you've got the control of it can help. Sheets. Anything that is not cotton does not come near me. When we were away, staying at the Jury's Inn last week for Lee's last night before he went away, it wasn't cotton sheets. It was an expensive hotel and it wasn't cotton sheets. Oh my God, acrylic sheets and my world is ended. Yeah, Lainey, I can't sleep with it coming in either. Deep sleep pillow spray. Ooh, Lynette, tell me more. What is that? Where do you get it? Yes. Yep. With lavender oil and the Holland and Barrett do it. They do an organic. Make sure you get the organic because otherwise it's not as good. And if you like doTERRA or something like that, they're really good ones as well. In fact, I'm going to get some sort of a source for the best ones because you can get khaki ones and they don't work. You get the smell, but you don't get the effect. So I'm going to get that for you. So fan, that, adrenals, cool sheets. Ready for this one? Epsom salts with magnesium. You have to look about to get them. I've found them in some boots. I've found them in like homeopathic places. Some Holland and Barrett's you can get them. So it's Epsom salts with magnesium in your bath. And what it does is it lowers your adrenals. It relaxes you. It lowers your, your cortisol. That's the one, cortisol levels. And it is just really, really good, especially if you're of that age. Hey, Vicky, I was just saying about the doTERRA and the oils that they do. They do the peppermint, the mint spray, which is amazing for the sweats, but also the lavender oil. The lavender oil is amazing as well. So, yes, so there you go. You've got it there. Cut yourself some slack. Blue light, cut it out. Earplugs, eye mask, fan, Epsom salts, nice sheets. Girls, I wish you a very good night. And tonight, I'm going to have a better one than last night. See these? You don't see me with these very often, but it's happening tonight. I could have covered it up, but I thought, no, that's not really real, is it? So from me and my Buddha, I wish you a very good night's sleep. And share any other tips that you've got in here. I've got no ego. I don't know it all. I'm just sharing with you what's worked for me. So please, girls, share amongst here. My page is all about sharing good news for us ladies, looking after each other. So if you've got something good to share it right here, because the other ladies will do nothing but thank you for it. So if this has been of use, give me some hearts, some thumbs up, give me a like, give me a love at the top, and I'd really appreciate it. Share it with any friends that you know that suffer with its hideousness. And this was just a tester, because after I celebrate my 51st birthday on the 14th of September, I'm going to do menopausal month, and I'm going to cover all 36 symptoms in a little live like this every day here, and then I'm going to transport them over to YouTube, so they're there for reference for you. And I just wanted to know if this is of help. Let me know, and I'm going to do that for September into October. So, great, thank you. Thank you for all the hearts and thumbs up. That's really humbling, girls. I'm glad it's been of use to you. Absolutely wonderful. I like to share. Now, me and my soggy hair. Did I say why I got soggy hair? I was stood outside for an hour in the pouring rain watching Sebastian do his first goalieing practice. He did amazingly until the coach said to him, "So what team do you support?" And he went, I don't actually. I don't really watch football, but I like goalieing. I was like, only my son could say that. So there you go, girls. Good night and have a lovely night's sleep. And thank you for all the hearts and thumbs up. Appreciated. Good night.